Today's the day where bitches die. What's going on? Welcome to Giants franchise. This series sucks, and I promised before I'm a man of my word. So there's a certain player who has to be gone. We're David Long. I said I was cutting this dude, and I meant it. Okay, I meant it. 73 overall, whatever. Darnay Holmes, by the way. You're not safe either. Gone. Okay? Don't want that dude. Go away. Now we've got 2 roster openings. What are we gonna do with those roster openings? Yeah, we're just jumping into this episode. It's all, you broke me last time, so we're signing a backup running back. Don't know which one yet, and we're signing a new corner. Also don't know which one, so I gotta figure those out. I'm going to go ahead and sign Greedy Williams, 6'2". He's a scheme fit, 92 speed. Really balanced cover guy. Worst case scenario, he doesn't do much for us. No one else on this team does, it seems like. And look, I'm as much a fan of Tyrone Tracy as the next person. I'm still signing Jeff Wilson. I'm not a fan of Devin Singletary. It's just not a thing. Not a fan of Eric Gray. We saw what happened. Tyrone Tracy went down with an injury, and we had to rely on Singletary and Gray, and that's just not a recipe for success. So Jeff Wilson is going to slot in as RB3, and if Tracy gets injured, he's our primary back, because Singletary is only good in their secondary role. If Singletary gets injured, Wilson moves into a secondary role. Doesn't matter either way. And Trey Herndon is an absolute liability, so if we can get him off the field, that'd be ideal. Also, Deontay Banks has not been good. It feels like all we've had is Cordell Flott, so any chance we can get Trey Herndon off the field is, an opportunity I'm going to take. We're probably going to play Cordell in the slot, which is a little odd, but we're going to make him a slot corner. Drew Phillips will be the second option. And, looking at the corners, we're going to keep moving Trey Herndon as far down as physically possible. We are getting a new team. We cannot let this happen again. And the final move is one that, we've been wanting for so long. We're getting rid of Daniel Jones. It's Drew Lock's time. If he's the guy, then he's the guy. Those are some true words of wisdom, but it's just been the last game broke me. It broke me. Remember when we had 2 wins in a row? No, those were good days, and then we lost 3 straight games by 30 points. Or I guess this one was 30, but we're not gonna be. Okay, well, at least we can't lose the bye. Oh, wait. Yes, we can. The trade deadline's approaching, and we don't have a ton of players that we could trade even if we wanted to, but Isaiah McKenzie could be on his way out. I did want another receiver. That was something I was considering. Gunnar Olszewski kinda stinks. I would like another return man, but all in all, the team isn't terrible on paper. But for some reason, we are just the worst team football's ever seen, and we're playing the Eagles, so it's not going to get much easier. Where's the division ranks? Here we are. So as you can see, we're somehow not the worst team in the division, because Washington is the worst team in football, tied with New Orleans, but I think Washington has the first pick. Not good. Also, the Lions are 1-4, by the way. Completely missed that last time. The Vikings, even without J.J. McCarthy, are 3-2. We really might look to trade for him. I'd be willing to give up a few picks for him. I wouldn't give up a first, but alright, well, here we go. It's press conference, or I know this is a team meeting. Let's talk about our game plan for Lagos. Alright, Daddy Guangdong. What's a weakness we can exploit? There isn't one. Or the corners are, but No, we can't, Tyrone. Dude, you just... Any player specifically? They have names, buddy. No one's gonna say that. They have names. Run right at them. Force Brandon Graham to make plays. How do we measure success? Wins. I'll go with touchdowns. I think Tyrone Tracy can realistically get 2 rushing touchdowns. He did last week, so... It hasn't gotten 100 yards yet. I don't think anyone has on the ground. Can run on this defense? I don't think so. I think this team is worse for wearing corners. Oh! Ooh, ooh, ooh. Point that out later. I'll point that out later. We gotta do a press conference now. But press conference is week 7. They're gonna have some strongly worded emails for me. Next question. Alright, what do you got, Daddy Guangdong? Well, we'd like to get your take on how successful your play calling has been this season. Not. It hasn't been. Let's focus on the offense. Which stat are we talking about? That's a good question. What stat are we talking about? How often your team converts third downs? I don't know. Probably lower. They're not gonna quiz you. Well, experts would appreciate how aware you are of your analytics. They're not gonna quiz you in the middle of morale goes up by 5 and I earned 7 staff points, but you know, a team's not gonna. They're not gonna quiz you in a press conference. That's just me knowing that this team stinks and we haven't converted half of our third downs. Oh, the point I wanted to make. If you look at the bottom, we finally have a higher rated thing than an opponent. Our defense is a higher rating than the Eagles. We are such a worse team than them, but we've got a better defense. So, you know what? We've practically won this game already. Oh shit, I gotta do strategy. Making his debut at quarterback, Drew Lock. His first start of the season, obviously not his debut. But we're facing our old running back. You see him right there, number 26, Saquon Barkley. We didn't retain him because obviously we had Daniel Jones, who's not even starting anymore, which is, you know, a great feeling when you have a $40 million quarterback who's not starting. But whatever. This game, it's gonna go well. It's not gonna go well. Out comes Jalen Hurts in all of his, you know, slightly above average quarterback play. You know, he doesn't look amazing. He doesn't look terrible, but, you know, when you have less touchdowns than Daniel Jones, you're not really considered much of a threat. You know, he's got this low stance, but he's already been on record saying that the stance was only because Jason Kelce snapped the ball low, and Jason Kelce retired, so I don't think Jalen Hurts is going to be lining up like that. Is that Kadarius Toney? Tell me it's not. Oh my gosh, they have Kadarius Toney. That is awesome. They have 2 former Giants first round picks now. That's just an amalgamation. You know, Cordell Flott, I was hoping you'd be better once you're in the slot, which doesn't make much sense. You were a great boundary corner. You should probably, like, do something about that because... Okay. Tyler Nubin on A.J. Brown. What the hell are we doing? Touchdown, Eagles. Love to see that. Alright, let's see. Who was on A.J. Brown? Yeah, Tyler Nubin, and he gets bumped by Deontay Banks. He's a bust. There's not really much to say. He's a bad cornerback. Deontay Banks, I don't think, has made a single good play this season. He had an interception last week, but was that really him? Or was that just because Joe Burrow airmailed one? You know. I'm willing to bet on the latter as Gunnar Olszewski gets a little bit of a lane. And out comes Drew Lock making his first start of the season. You know, his numbers aren't going to be anything crazy. I mean, those are bad numbers, but he's going to get a chance to start and prove that he's worth starting over Daniel Jones, but it's not going to be easy for him. But when you've got a guy like Malik Neighbors, everything gets easier. And what a big gain from Neighbors as Terrell Edmonds is injured. Love to see that. Not in real life. In a video game. In GTA. And in Madden. Now, I am concerned about running against this defensive line because it is really good. It's got Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter. Fletcher Cox are tired, but, you know, Brandon Graham. There's a ton of really good players on this defensive line. But if we're able to run effectively, I wouldn't complain. Tyrone Tracy is not going to gain anything on that run, though. Alright, 3rd and 2. We're going to hit Daniel Bellinger, who's wide open. He's going to lower the shoulder, take an absolute massive shot. That's... oh, my word. I'm surprised he's still alive after that. Do we really have to run on this front? Let's go with this little stick action. That was a mistake, as was throwing it to Theo Johnson. That's horrible. Who's 21? You know, when you can't recognize some of these players. It's a safety. Is that Sidney Brown? Maybe? Theo Johnson can't hold on a second time, so... you know, Drew Lock had his good first play, but the second one and third one, and everything afterwards as the offensive line collapses. What the hell? Okay, so we can't match their... Drew, what are you doing? Can't match their touchdown, but we are. That was a lot of power. Graham Gano is able to make it good. 7-3. No, we're not going to win games like that. Great. Jalen Hurts is in the zone. That's exactly what we needed to start this game, as we can't stop Saquon. You know, you'd think after seeing that, the Giants would have been like, let's pay this man some money. But no, he's a running back, so he was never going to get paid, obviously. What do I know? Good players don't matter. That's the lesson you need to take away from this. Good players don't matter. And that's a good lesson in life. As Devontae Smith goes in motion. It's a play! Get him, Micah McFadden! Okay, there. I don't know why I keep doing that voice. 3rd and 8, though. A lot better of a situation. Micah McFadden getting a pretty big sack there. And... okay, I abandoned my duty, and Saquon's going to get it easy first. 2nd and 8, and they're going to get a pretty easy slant there to A.J. Brown. He's already got 3 catches, 62 yards, and a touchdown. This is... oh, what a joke. And we've got Tyler Newman on Devontae Smith, by the way. So, if it couldn't get any worse. But, hey, Bobby Okereke and Dexter Lawrence both get into the backfield for a loss of 3. We're basically the best team ever, is what I just got from that. So, and there's the handoff to Saquon. Ball's out! We got a fumble! Kayvon Thibodeau fell on it. Let's get a replay on that. Let's get the replay on that. Hold on. Who was that? Who forced that out? Was that Bobby Okereke with an absolute massive shot, and Kayvon Thibodeau falls on it? We not only forced a fumble, we do that a few times this series, but we also recovered it. That's been the hard part. You know, this team seems to have a little bit of a light ignited under it after that absolute disaster of a game last week. Tyrone Tracy is going to have an angle. Tyrone Tracy is going to take off. Tyrone Tracy gets a decent block. Darius Slay is going to stop him at the 1 yard line. What a huge gain from Tracy. Oh my goodness. Do we get one last playoff? I don't like this formation. I'm going to let the first quarter run out. We're down 7-3, but we're at the 1 yard line. On the verge of scoring. This defense, they don't want to allow 55 again. And I can't say I blame them. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Oh, look at this. There's a lane right up the middle. Right for Tyrone Tracy, who's easily waltzing in for a touchdown. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the season. So last game he did get his 1st and 2nd rushing touchdowns. And, I mean, we take a lead? When's the last time we've had a lead? I genuinely could not tell you. I don't think we might have had one in the Cowboys game. So it might have been 3 weeks ago. Which is ridiculous that it's been 3 weeks since we've had a lead. But 10-7, we're back. Oh my gosh, what a nasty, just truck stiff arm. It was one of the two. Saquon runs for a pretty easy 1st down, and I do not like this formation, so we're going to change it up. I'll take the tight end. I'll take that. Guess I won't take that, because I hit stick. I don't remember how to actually tackle anymore for some reason. It seems like my hand naturally drifts to the right joystick. It's almost as if that's how you hold a controller. But, oh my gosh. Cordell Flott and Deontay Banks might need to swap. Because I would rather have, an injury to Dallas Goedert. Okay, not a bad thing. A.J. Brown has his X Factor activated. And Jalen Hurts is going to run. Isaiah Simmons not going to be able to bring him down. And neither is Brian Burns, but whoever that DB was. Jalen Hurts, we don't need him running. That'd be the worst case scenario if he starts getting his legs involved. And we're not going to be able to wrap up. I did not hit stick with Dane Belton that time. That one's actually odd. I didn't hit stick, but it hit stick on its own. It's like the game wants me. You know what? I'll just use that excuse now. It happened once, so the game is actually just hit sticking every time. And we have to get Jalen Hurts while we're not got. Oh my gosh, it's a shot from Isaiah Simmons, but Eagles retake the lead. So, can't really do much about that. 14-10, and we once again are trailing. So that lead, first time in 3 weeks, but doesn't seem to make much of a difference because we are still losing. So Tyrone Tracy has 5 rushes, 65 yards, and a touchdown. I think we might be seeing the Tyrone Tracy breakout in real time. I mean, we probably saw it a few weeks ago, but we're going to keep feeding him. He's going to get like 25 carries this game. I mean, until he proves that he can't run, he's going to keep getting the ball. And he's starting to prove he can't run, so... did he get hurt? No. Tell me he didn't. Tyrone Tracy got hurt. Jeff Wilson checks in. Are we serious? Okay, Jahan Dotson. That defensive back was just running across. And, well, Jeff Wilson making his Giants debut here. Don't entirely love to see that, but he runs for 4, so pulled groin. So Tyrone Tracy's breakout is officially over. Great. See, wasn't it such a smart thing that I brought in Jeff Wilson? I mean, I just knew that it was going to be an injury to Tyrone Tracy. It was the most obvious outcome in the world. I'm not happy. If you haven't been able to tell, I'm not very happy. as Malik Neighbors drops it! Come on, Malik. You know what? We're trading you. We can't trade him. We can't trade Malik Neighbors. He's like the only player I wouldn't never trade on this team. That's actually probably a lie. There's quite a few players I would never trade on this team. Actually, it's also probably a lie that I would never trade him, because I'd trade about anyone. Brian Burns gets a sack. I think that's a full sack. Hope it's a full sack for him. He deserves it. You know, he got traded from the Panthers to the Giants, and I mean, it's not getting worse, but it's not getting better. It's Bobby Okereke just levels Grant Calcaterra. I believe is who that was. Could have very well have been Albert Oakley, but 2-minute warning. I'm not going to commit to the pass here either, because it's 3rd down, so they might full well run it. I think they're not going to pass. They did not pass. And instead, we actually stopped them after a pickup of 10 from Saquon Barkley. Hey, that's still going to be 4th and 2. So, Brian Burns' sack ends up allowing us to bend but don't break. Or I guess we didn't even really bend, as Gunnar Olszewski gets it up to the 45, and we've got, once again, a chance to potentially take the lead. That is, of course, if Drew Lock actually remembers how to play football, which, you know, there's no guarantee that he even will. Malik Neighbors somehow held on to that. I didn't see Darius Slay break down. I think like the 3 people who watched. That goes right to him! What are we doing? Josh Sweat in coverage. He gets a pick because Drew Lock was hit, and it went right to him. Oh my gosh, we got Malik Neighbors. I didn't think we actually had him. But we do. So, I kind of just lobbed that ball up, and it ended up going for a touchdown. Or, no, it didn't. What? A touchdown? Sorry, I have optimism again, and I shouldn't have, because Malik Neighbors has his 2nd drop in the game. We're going to run the exact same play, and we're going to give Malik Neighbors the exact same route, and he's going to get the exact same ball. No, he's not. It's actually going to be Devin Singletary, who we can't hit. Okay. And so we'll get Neighbors again for some reason. I keep targeting this dude, and we'll let the clock run. We'll get our field goal. We will be down by 8 now. Yippee! And that's the end of the first half. So, what went right? What went wrong? Tyrone Tracy getting injured went wrong. I'm starting to think he can't handle the load of being the primary back, which is unfortunate. What is this? Oh, it's because I didn't click this. It's going to show games around the league. Oh, look at that. He had 118 yards. It was the Tyrone Tracy breakout. Until he got injured. So now we got to throw it probably deep, but I don't know. I anticipate this being a game, so we get the ball first in the second half. So let's hope Jeff Wilson in this new role can help elevate this team. Maybe he can. It's entirely possible. Gunnar Olszewski might say no, nay. Okay, but he nay to that too, because he's tackled. I've kind of given up on comprehensive speech in this series. Jeff Wilson though, bouncing it outside more. Jeff Wilson's got a little bit of a lane. He picks up the first down and a bit more, and Reed Blankenship, I want to say, is who that is. Or, no, that might be Cooper DeJean. It's one of the two. They have a certain indicator that leads me to believe it's one of those two, as Jeff Wilson picks up a yard somehow, some way. You know, surprising, You know, I didn't want to say anything. I had this thought earlier, but I'm going to say it out loud now. Jermaine Illuminor has been, dare I say, good since becoming the right guard, as Darius Slayton gets all the way down to the 10-yard line. Because Jermaine Illuminor was awful at right tackle, but since we moved him to right guard, he's been, dare I say, a good player. Jeff Wilson bounced it to the outside, and he's got his first touchdown as a Giant. You know, that should have been Tyrone Tracy's touchdown, but you know, he's injured, so we also lost the game day goal. That's great. We're gonna get Theo Johnson, and we tie the game. You know, I didn't think we'd get him. 33. 33 is gonna be Cooper DeJean, so I think it was Reed Blankenship that got hurt. Yeah, I mean, what do you know? We're still in this one. Oh my gosh, Darius Muasau, like, pushed him. Hit him with the Matrix whatever. Saquon Barkley, yeah, you remember when he fumbled? Was his knee, and his knee was not down. Remember when he got that big shot? I do. Saquon Barkley, he's getting mollywopped over there. I think I'm gonna blitz here instead of what I was gonna do beforehand. No, it's not a run. Oh no, Grant Calcaterra is gonna. Oh, no, that's Albert Okwuegbunam. It is, and he's gonna run all the way for a touchdown. Oh, that's awful. What number is Grant Calcaterra then? I don't think it matters because the Eagles are still on top. So, whatever. Good to know this is what Giants football still is. They still have all their core values. Mainly the parts about not being good at football. Oh, the Saints got their first win. Why is it showing highlights for Tennessee down there? But, I'm trying to look at the fact that the Broncos let the Saints get their first win of the season, so we might have a little bit better odds of picking near the top as Chucks Okorafor is injured. Great. Let's see if that's a long-term one, because Jermaine Illuminor, who I just praised at being good at, being good at guard, might wind up happening to move to tackle again. Just dink and dunk, hit Neighbors. Drew Lock just, I don't know, he doesn't give me any optimism, but that's just part of all of this. Darius Slayton gets a pretty big first down. Tell me he's not hurt. High ankle sprain. Well, I'll tell you this, Joshua Ezeudu is not. Jalen Mayfield is gonna check in. Let's actually put Lemon back. Jalen Mayfield, former Atlanta Falcon, but he will check in as our new right tackle for today, while, we're dealing with an unfortunate injury to Chucks Okorafor, which is so great to see. Hey, this is the big play that we had earlier, but not this time. They read it a little bit better. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, I guess CJ, sorry. Not greatest situation at all, but Jeff Wilson is... The blockers get caught on each other. Yikes. 3rd and 9. Drew Lock is actually going to hit Malik Neighbors. Malik Neighbors 7 catches for 107 yards. I mean, we're force-feeding him the ball. We have been for a while, in case anybody will tell. Every game is a big game for Malik Neighbors because if Cooper DeJean would have intercepted that, I would have lost it. But you know what? That's why he should have been playing safety. What isn't that how the song goes? Cooper DeJean's not a safety, but I don't know. He was a safety. He probably gets that pick. That doesn't make any sense, actually. We're gonna run it here. It's probably a poor decision to run it, but Jeff Wilson's gonna mosey up the field. Drew Lock's got a little bit of swagger to him. Okay, I see you, Drusif. I don't like how heavy this line is loaded. So we're going to roll out with Locke. We're not going to get anything, so we wind up running out of bounds. Unfortunate. I really thought that Drew Lock had that game-changing gene, as we hit Theo Johnson, who's in for a touchdown. I don't think that's Theo Johnson's first of the year, but it entirely could be. I don't feel like we get him involved in the red zone very much. Could be Theo Johnson's first, probably not. It is crazy to me that we are still tied with the Eagles. You know, I didn't think it was possible. We didn't seem like a great team. But this game has really invoked faith in, oh my gosh, I thought, oh, okay, Kadarius Toney really is going to do this to us? That faith that I had in this defense is gone. If Kadarius Toney is able to do that to us, awful. Just awful. But, hey, I mean, what I was saying beforehand is, this game has given me faith in Drew Lock, and I think he's going to be our starter going forward, to the point where, you know, maybe we can find a trade partner for Daniel Jones with his $50 million. Probably not, but you never know. You really never know. I actually do know, and it's that, no, we will not be able to find a trade partner for Daniel Jones. 2nd and 5, we probably had Theo Johnson, but I wanted to take off with Drew Lock. Just get a little something after the disaster of a run beforehand at the goal line. But Drew Lock, able to get a pretty good gain. Lead block from John Runyon gets us a little bit more, 5 yards. And that will probably be the last play of, I don't know, I want to run this. I want to run this pretty bad. I should not have ran it. Oh, I thought our offensive line would hold up just a little bit longer. We had Malik Neighbors. 35-28. Drew has put us in a position to potentially tie this game. Our defense hasn't been able to stop, though. That play was bull. That play was absolute garbage. A pick 6 for Josh Sweat. That's awful. But 3rd and 5 now. Let's get Theo Johnson involved. Let's go. Big first down. Drew Lock, 209 yards, touchdown and interception. He looks like, I mean, he just looks like Daniel Jones. But I feel better about it because we aren't paying Drew Lock $40 million a year. Jordan Davis absolutely shut that down. But what is Sidney Brown and Brandon Graham doing over there? Doesn't matter. We get the angle with Jeff Wilson. Wilson gets a big gain for the first down. Tell me he's not hurt. Okay, he's not. Good. Oh my gosh, if we lost Jeff Wilson, I would have been livid. I would have had to have added a 5th running back, which is insane. Darius Slayton, let's go. Let's go. Okay, whatever. Stopped at the 3-yard line. We are in position once again to pick up a touchdown and once again tie the game. Not when that happens, but somehow, some way, Jeff Wilson finds the end zone. Oh my word. Graham Gano's kick is good, and it is a tie game. Oh, look at Daniel Jones. That's awful. I mean, Drew Lock has been great for us. I get that he only has a touchdown, and that was another Jeff Wilson run, so Jeff Wilson's been great for us. But, I mean, we wouldn't even be in this game if it was Daniel Jones. We needed that quarterback reset. We just desperately needed something to change, because we weren't getting anything to change with that schmuck. Sack by Micah McFadden, his 2nd sack of the game. Is Mike McFadden coming off the edge or something? Yes, he actually is. That's a little odd, but okay. I'll take Micah McFadden edge rushing breakout. Deontay Banks, you absolute liability. You get beat by Kadarius Toney. This dude is So bad. Former first-round pick, he's Eli Apple. I mean, nothing much to say. Bobby Okereke wraps up on Saquon. Yeah, I mean, we have to get rid of Deontay Banks somehow. We have to do something to make him better. Do we make him a slot corner? It's a real question. As Micah McFadden, oh my gosh. And before this big passing play, it's going to be big. It's important that we make it. We are going to swap Deontay Banks over to the slot corner, because I really think Cordell Flott's better as a boundary guy. And, you know, getting rid of Deontay Banks from the boundary might be the best thing that could have possibly have happened. And what are you doing? Fucking hell, dude. Like, why do you not block Saquon there? This game is so bad. I mean, I had so much issues with it even getting the game open, because it would crash when I loaded, because it had this stupid update. I mean, this game is awful. Absolutely awful. But, you know, they're ticking the clock along, and they're going to be eventually getting in a prime field goal position, and we're not going to be able to stop. And, oh my gosh, Albert Okwuegbunam, is this dude just phenomenal all of a sudden? No, he's not. So why are we not being able to do anything? 3rd and 2. Are they going to get a playoff before the 2-minute warning? They are not. Because they know they're just going to convert, and it's going to be over for us. Because it always is. They could probably push if that was in the game, but that's probably what they would do here. But it's not in the game, so who cares? Who even cares? Saquon! Darius Muasau stops him. We're going to call a timeout. That was... I kind of let a few seconds tick off. And they're going to go ahead and try a field goal. So we should have a chance to tie it. Or we do... Oh! He missed it! Jake Elliott missed it. So we have a chance for our first home win of the season. Oh, let's get it done. Let's get it done. Please. That would be amazing. As Malik Neighbors, oh my gosh, he's just better than you, he's better than me, he's better than everyone. Oh my gosh. Malik Neighbors. You know, we're in field goal range, so I'm kind of just letting the clock tick down here. I would like the lead. You know, there's a bit too much time, so I have 20 seconds. I'm just gonna... what do you guys want to talk about? I haven't posed an interesting question for this game. Pardon me and my poor manners, but, you know, there's no question of the day today, so if you wanted one, you should ask for it sooner. I mean, they're going to call timeouts now? Alright, it's running time. Let's go, Jeff Wilson. This dude is going to secure the win for us. Single-handedly, oh my gosh, Jeff Wilson. 14 rushes for 88 yards. He's had a phenomenal game himself. I mean, he's been great. 1st and goal now. Wilson went too far the other way. Let's go the other way, because I do want to center it. They're out of timeouts. We should be able to lock this up. There we go. Centered from the 7-yard line. What's the play type? Here we go. Field goal. Alright, let's watch this clock tick. Oh, yeah. I mean, we don't even have to call the timeout. We really don't. Let's wait for it to get down to like 3 seconds. 2, 1, and a walk-off field goal to win the game 38-35. Oh, it feels so good to be back in the win column. We are 3-4. Oh, it feels so good to be back in the win column. Oh my goodness, that Josh Sweat pick six absolutely made me livid. But Micah McFadden, what a huge game. 2 sacks. A big tackle for loss. What is there to say? You know, this game was... It was good for confidence. It was big for confidence. Drew Lock, 17 for 27, 256, a touchdown and an interception, and are you kidding me? Jalen Hurts with the first ever 100% completion game in NFL history. Remember when Drew Brees set the record when he threw one incompletion a few years, like 2020 or 21? That everyone lost their minds about it. Jalen Hurts just set the record. 17 for 17, 317 yards, 3 touchdowns. An otherworldly game. And they lost. Oh my gosh. Tyrone Tracy, I thought it said 118 yards. What the heck? What do you mean 7 for 69? Well, I guess it was a good game for Jeff Wilson at least. 16 for 92 touchdowns. Yeah, Tyrone Tracy. I mean, he ran for 9.8. It'll be tough to justify replacing him, but Jeff Wilson. Oh my gosh, Malik Neighbors, 8 for 123. That's 4 for 81 for Darius Slayton. Oh my gosh, we just got everyone involved. Sack allowed for John Runyon and Andrew Thomas. Jermaine Illuminor's been great at guard. Fadden 2 sacks. Burns a sack. No picks, but... Wow. I mean, what a game. What a game. What a game! We got a new message surrounding the storyline, but that's to be expected because Tyrone Tracy got injured. Dude, we did a phenomenal job. You got injured. Not my fault. Not my fault. You know. Oh, it was supposed to be Devin Singletary afterwards? Well, yeah, sure. Let's pin the blame on Devin Singletary. Oh! It is 4 games for Tyrone Tracy. That is bad. Alright. Oh, this is upcoming is a pretty big week. Monday Night Football against Pittsburgh, because the Giants get more primetime games for some reason. We get national focus. And I believe the trade deadline. We're going to be making a trade. Don't you worry. But that'll be next episode. Episode 6. That is crazy. Well, I mean, what is there to say? It's been a great game. This was a great episode. You know, getting faith back. I am befuddled. Thanks for watching. I'm not going to shriek this time. I literally cannot shriek again. That would absolutely just